8.
Like 8 is crazy. Like, yeah, well,
A
yeah.
New Hope.
Never mind, I spoke too soon.
No, no, I've always said this and I'll continue to say this. A New Hope for me, and I've said this 1,000 times with the guys. 1,000 times is an exaggeration. But A New Hope for me personally, from the trilogy, it's my favorite. It's my
But does it
personal
deserve
favorite.
to be 8 on this list?
You.
It deserves to be on the list, but it doesn't deserve to be number 8. But it deserves to be on the list.
Because the
8
biggest
is you
because
trying
the
to be
biggest
cool.
action scene because the biggest action scene we get in this one is the blowing up of the Death
The Death
Star.
Star.
Yeah, so when now if you're the reason you don't want it to be number 8 is because of the action, then sure, for sure.
No, I'm not
But
even saying. I
once
mean,
again,
the story is great. I mean, also Baru and them, burning and Luke now having to be trained by Thingy, and also the first time we see the Jedi mind trick. Alec Guinness was perfect in this as Obi-Wan. I don't think there's anything wrong with the movie inherently, but I just think that, especially coming off of stuff like Fellowship of the Ring, I don't know if A New Hope is better than that one. And then on top of
you know
that,
why I think we don't appreciate you know why I think we don't appreciate this movie the way maybe people in the previous generation do is because, like, for example, I'll give an example. Will Smith wanted to be an actor because of this movie. No? I'm just trying to paint a picture for you. The graphics around that time when this movie came out in the 70s was unlike anything anybody had ever seen, right? Um, and because we are 90s babies, 80s babies, we don't appreciate it as much because we're already exposed to other things that came out afterwards. So I'm not disputing that it should be number 8. I agree with you. It shouldn't be number 8. But I do understand the cultural significance and the spectacle of this movie when it came out in 77. Remember, this was also around the time when Superman came out. So there was a big thing about special effects and science fiction at the time. So I understand, but I disagree with the number. That's all.
no, like, especially, I'm saying even story wise, it's strong. I just don't know if it was as tight as the others on this
No,
list.
it actually is. It actually is as tight as the
It's
others.
my favorite.
You can put it. You
Like I
can put
said.
it on on the same level as Lord of the Rings, story wise. It's just that the times in which it was made, it's just too different. But in terms of story wise, like the epicness of it, you can put it in the same space as Lord of the Rings. But it doesn't deserve to be that. This is number 8. Doesn't deserve to be number 8, but it deserves to be there. It has a cultural impact, a huge one.
A huge one, a huge one. So from the sound design, a lot of things, man. Like a lot of
Figure to
things.
the grandfather of science fiction. We just said 2001 was the most icon, was a movie that defined a bunch of movies. We just said that.
Well,
we did.
I think it's kind of different because, like, 2000 Space Odyssey, I think it was more like centered around like astronaut shit and stuff like that. This one was more like space sci-fi.
Yes.
High
Yes.
fan, like this was like
Reality.
space fantasy.
This one is a space opera. This one
Yeah.
is
It's a
space opera.
fiction. Space
That one
fiction.
is space exploration. If that makes sense.